Welcome into your next full-length reading here at the Third Flame Tarot. My name is Amber. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so happy you're here. Now, Aries, there are two pretty important things going on in your sign right now, which I will touch on later, but they're kind of background noise. It's a little bit quiet going on in the sign of Aries, which is giving you a much needed break. Because ever since the sun entered your sign back on March 21st, Aries has been a hot spot of astrology activity. So back when the sun entered your sign on March 21st, shortly following that, we had the Mercury retrograde in Aries on April 1st. Then, not even a week after that, we had the new moon in Aries solar eclipse, which was a huge deal. And then that's not even it. On April 30th, we had Mars enter your sign, which is your ruling planet, Aries. And when it entered your sign, it sextiled the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So talk about some crazy intense energy in the sign of Aries. But now that things have quieted down in your sign, you might be feeling a bit of energy withdrawal. You might be feeling more introverted and quiet at this time. But the two things I wanted to touch on that are going on in your sign still, Aries, is the North Node is still in your sign, but we've also got Chiron in Aries. Now, Chiron represents the wounded healer. It's an asteroid. And on July 26th, 2024, Chiron will be going retrograde in Aries. Now, anytime a planet or an asteroid goes retrograde, this is an inwardly focused energy. And with Chiron being the wounded healer, this is an inwardly focused wounded healer energy, which means this is going to be a very intense time for you to really get down into the nitty-gritty of your deep inner shadow work. All right, Aries, so before we start pulling cards, let's talk about my meditation today. Now, the first thing I see in meditation is a beautiful field of flowers, and I'm standing far back, so I can't really see any details, but I see the beautiful plants flowing in the wind, and it's sunny and cloudless skies. It's absolutely breathtaking. But as I start to walk up towards this field, I start to recognize some of the plants growing there, and that's when I auditorily heard chamomile, lavender, mugwort, and ylang ylang. And when I auditorily heard this, I looked around myself and realized that I was standing in a field of these 4 flowers. And that's when I started to smell the beautiful aroma of ylang ylang. And then when I took in this beautiful aroma, I looked around me and all the flowers started to granulate and turn into sand and blew away in the wind. Now, the next scene I see is a 4-way intersection with a single stoplight in the center. It's like one of those 4-way stoplights, right? But I see one car pull up and stop at a red light. And then I see a bunch of other cars come from all the other 3 directions, and they all stop, but get green lights before this car does. And this happens multiple times to the point where this one car has been stuck here at a red light for an unusual amount of time. And that's when things speed up and everything goes into fast forward. And I see cars coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, but this one car is still stuck here. And the time just speeds faster and faster and faster. And like all the foliage in this scene starts, I can see it growing. I can see trees growing and leaves falling and seasons changing, and plants start growing up around the car that's stuck at this intersection. And I realize that the plants growing around this car are the same flowers that I saw at the beginning of my meditation. Then that scene fades away, and the next thing I'm looking at is a sandcastle on a beach. And it's a beautiful sandcastle, really elaborate, and obviously must have taken a really long time to build this sandcastle. But that's when I see something in the distance kind of waddling up. And as it got closer, I realized it was an alligator. And as the alligator passed the sandcastle, his tail whipped around and destroyed the sandcastle. And I remember feeling very bummed about this. I was like, oh my gosh, it just like must have taken so long to build that sandcastle, and just in a split second it is gone, destroyed. And that's when I hear a seagull and look up into the sky, and a seagull flies down from the sky and lands on the back of the alligator, and the last thing I'm seeing is this seagull riding an alligator down along the beach. And that was the last thing I saw within that meditation. Okay, Aries, let's get started. Now, Aries, I forgot to mention when I was giving you the account of my meditation that there was actually one final scene within that meditation. And I was looking at a wallpaper, and the wallpaper was like polka dot patterned, but instead of polka dots, it was the letter Y. Now, there are 26 letters in the alphabet, so the letter Y would be X, Y, Z. So 26, 25, the number 24, 2 plus 4 is 6. So I'm not sure if that's going to play out in your reading or what that means to you, the number 6. But I saw the letter Y over and over and over again on a patterned wallpaper. All right, Spirit, we are here to get an energy reading for the sign of Aries, please. Aries, July 2024. Wow, Aries, I am rooting for you as far as the Chiron retrograde goes. That sounds like intense. But intense in a really amazing and productive way, I'm sure. Yeah, it sounds a little bit scary, but at the same time, it sounds like a catapult, right? A growth, a catapulting of growth. Chiron is, wow, so powerful. And Chiron it'll be in your sign until I know past the end of the year. I can't remember when Chiron exits. Oh, that's right. Chiron exits Aries in 2027. So you've got Chiron in your sign for quite a few more years. Yes. All right, Spirit, we're here to get an energy read for the sign of Aries, July 2024, please. What do we have for the sign of Aries? Aries Collective, July 2024, please. Two more shuffles. Last shuffle. All right, Spirit, 3 base cards for the sign of Aries, please. Water. Solar eclipse. Holy crap. Pluto. Oh my God, Aries. Whoa. This is intense. This is already intense. And this is like what I was talking about, right? So the first card out is water. Water represents the emotions. It's a very sensitive, intuitive, quiet, peaceful element. We've got Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces are all water signs. They're all very deeply intuitive and spiritual, emotional. You can see on this card up here at the top, we've got the moon here peeking out. Water. Yeah, you might be feeling really emotional at this time, really sensitive. But this is important. This is going to be important for you to tap into this, especially with Chiron going into retrograde on the 26th. You know, your emotions are going to be at the forefront, and it might be a bit uncomfortable, but just know that this is happening for a reason, and it's for your own expansion and growth. Just remember that when it gets hard. And then the next card out is the solar eclipse. And that's what I was talking about in the intro. There was a new moon solar eclipse in Aries on April 8th, 2024. The solar eclipse is a supercharged beginning. It's a supercharged new beginning. And I would love to read you this out of the book. Okay, solar eclipse. A solar eclipse occurs during a new moon. It is a supercharged beginning, requiring release of the old. If this is done willingly, then vibrant opportunities are in store. It is a time to rise to a brand new occasion. The bright side of a solar eclipse is inception, regeneration, transformation, and growth. The shadow side is egotism, stagnation, and repressed emotions. Now, in my meditation, I saw the car stuck at a stoplight, Aries, and that is definitely stagnation. You might be feeling stuck in your life at this time. But the bright side of the solar eclipse is transformation and growth. So there's something that might be holding you back. And I have a feeling that what's holding you back right now is repressed emotions, because we've got the water card here. We've got the water card here. And the shadow side of the solar eclipse is repressed emotions. But its bright side is transformation and growth. And the next card we've got is Pluto. There he is again, Pluto. Now, Pluto went into retrograde on May 2nd in Aquarius. And Pluto is the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth. It is a potent transformational energy. You can see on this card the butterfly of transformation here with the skulls symbolizing death. But it's death that leads to a new beginning. Yes, Spirit is encouraging you for sure to really go in and take a look at where you've been suppressing your own emotions. And learn how to express those. You know, Aries, sometimes it can be hard to really express our emotions. I'm not a master at it for sure. And the reasons why I might suppress emotions or not share how I'm feeling is because either A, I don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings, B, I don't want confrontation, or C, I make things up in my mind, scenarios of how it could go that are bad, right? And I feel like it's so important for healers to learn how to express their emotions in a way that's productive and kind. But I don't know about you, Aries. I know I still struggle with this. I will, when I'm trying to express how I really feel and it's like a sense of confrontation, I will shake, I will shy away, I will back down just because I don't want confrontation or a backlash. Yeah. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for the sign of Aries, please? Okay, look at that. They just fell right out for me. We'll take those cards. All right, let's see what we got. I got tingles on the back of my head already. Oh, okay, first card. New life. We've got the Ankh, which is quite appropriate since we've got Pluto here transformation, death and rebirth, a new life. Yeah. Whoa. And then we've got focus. That's Sagittarius energy. And then Spirit gave us divine masculine. Now, Aries, you are a masculine sign. And I mean, you can absolutely be a woman in a masculine sign. It does not matter what type of body you have or even how you identify. But Aries is a masculine sign. Its element is fire, and fire is masculine energy. All right, let's pull out the little book here and see what it has to say about these cards. The first card out is New Life. The arrival of new beginnings, or the budding start of something beautiful, is long-lasting. Oh, wait a second. The arrival of new beginnings, or the budding start of something beautiful and long-lasting. Drawing this card can indicate a need or desire to start over with a sense of childlike wonder. What you are beginning will have a strong impact and far reach. Drawing this card can indicate a positive relationship and or experience. The symbol is the Ankh. The Ankh is an ancient Egyptian symbol representing eternal life. Wow, I'm really getting the feeling like this Chiron retrograde is going to be really important for you. Spirit's going to guide you through some really deep revelations during that time. Now remember, Chiron goes retrograde July 26th, but will be there until December 29th. And then the next card we've got is Focus. If you have been feeling scattered, and I know you have, Aries, stuck, stagnant, scattered, emotional, yeah. If you have been feeling scattered, now is the time to home in on your desires. Time to be direct and very clear with your intentions. Watch your thoughts, because you are drawing into your life what you are focusing on. Meditate on this card when you want clarity and directness in thought and speech. The symbol, bow and arrow. The bow and arrow have long been used as a weapon for hunting and protection. Now they are used more for sport. It is with great focus, discipline, and sight that one becomes a skilled archer. Yeah, I like to read these cards kind of paired with the ones that are in front of it. And we've got New Life paired with water. This to me feels like your emotions and you working through them will bring new life. And water is also life-giving. So working through your emotions will bring you a new life, a new sense of self. And then focus with solar eclipse. I mean, the solar eclipse is a supercharged new beginning. So Spirit wants you to look, focus on this. Look, the bullseye heading straight for the, what do they call that? The bullseye. Yeah, the target, right? The target is the new beginning, the supercharged new beginning. I love too that the focus card matches up with solar eclipse, like it's bullseye is the circle, and then down here the next card to come after the focus card is the divine masculine, which also has another circle, another bullseye. Okay, let's read divine masculine number 2. Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine is the embodiment of logic, direct action, and strength. In his most evolved aspect, he represents the builder, the protector, and the guardian. Drawing this card can symbolize that divine masculine energy is needed to balance your current situation. It can also represent father, brother, healing, and the healing of relationships with the divine masculines in your life. The symbol, horned god. This is a pagan symbol for the masculine energies in the elements. He is the consort of the triple goddess. New life, focus, divine masculine. You know, this feels a lot like Spirit is asking you to be more assertive in your life. I mean, your tarot card, Aries, is the Emperor. You might not be acting like an emperor in your life. Now, this doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman, or you identify as either a man or a woman. We all have divine masculine and feminine energies within us. But where have you been imbalanced with your divine masculine and feminine? It feels to me like Spirit is asking you to be more assertive and confident when expressing your emotions. All right, Spirit, let's get a few cards out of this deck for the Aries collective, please. Yeah, I know that it's easier said than done when it comes to being assertive. And you know, I feel like in our culture, we've been kind of trained that like that kind of assertion and power, or I don't want to say dominance, but it is kind of dominance. That energy is a bad thing, but it's really not. Divine masculine energy is so important. And I feel like we've been brought up in like, ever since the feminist movement, we've been brought up to be taught that that kind of masculine energy is toxic. But it's only toxic if you make it toxic. It's only toxic if you bring in really low vibrational emotions or energies like anger or frustration. That's when the divine masculine energy becomes toxic. But if it's a stoic, assertive, divine masculine energy, oh my God, we need so much more of that in this world. We need the divine masculines, and we need the divine masculine energy. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for the sign of Aries, please? Let's get 2 more shuffles. Okay. All right, Spirit. What else do we have for the sign of Aries? Can you tell us more about the water and the Ankh card here, please? What kind of emotions should the Aries be focusing on working through? Ooh, we've got the Pope, the Hierophant. Okay, let's get a couple more. What else? Whoa. Oh my gosh, no way. This card came out in your June reading, Aries. This card came out in your June reading. It's the Knight of Coins. Knight of Coins. It's the messenger. Remember? Did you watch that reading? In that reading, I got a clear message that a letter or a message was on its way, but it was moving really slowly. It looks like this message is still coming. It's still on its way, Aries. If you haven't watched that reading, go back and watch it. Yes, it's still on its way. The message is still coming, and it has something to do with your emotions. You're going to be getting guidance around some of your emotions that have been keeping you stuck and stagnant, Aries. You have guides that are going to be helping you through this, working you through this. And look, we've got the Hierophant here, which is all about spirituality. It's your connection to the divine. This to me feels like you're guided and a message is coming in that's surrounding your emotions. You're going to have some kind of revelation around where you've been suppressing emotions in your life and how to work through them. You're being guided to do this, and it's going to affect your spiritual life. You're going to get a new perspective on your spirituality with the New Life card here. Beautiful. This message is still on its way. The Knight of Coins is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And you look at his hat, right? He's got the red hat with the wings on it. That's Mercury energy. And Mercury is the messenger god. A message is on its way. It's just taking a really long time. It's moving really slowly. But just surrender to this. It'll come when it's meant to. And you'll have some kind of like big revelation surrounding emotions. I'm really getting this here. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell us about the Focus card and the Solar Eclipse card? Why are they here? Focus on a supercharged new beginning? Can you tell us more about these cards, please? Oh my gosh, no way. Oh, I have to cover most of this card because there's a lot of nudity. But it's the sun. No way. Aries. I asked why the Solar Eclipse card was here with Focus, and it's the sun. Spirit says the sun. No way. Focus on the sun. The sun represents your joy, your happiness, its illumination and enlightenment. Oh my God, no way. Solar eclipse and the sun, Aries. Focus on the sun. Oh, wow. Okay, I've got to read the sun. Even though I know the definition of the sun, I'm feeling really called to read the definition out of the monster book. Out of the giant book. Okay, let's read the sun out of here really quick. I feel like it's gonna have some kind of big information in it. Okay. The sun. 169. Okay, the sun. I can't show the picture since there's a lot of nudity. I am sorry. But the sun, the element is fire. The planet is the sun. The sun is a card that illuminates our lives. It brings positive energy and abundant joy. The previous card gave us the disturbing sense of anxiety and fear, but with the sun on the table, we see that it is worth the struggle. The shining light of the sun is a gift of optimistic revelation and enlightens the most obscure corners. All the lies and secrets that contributed to your anxieties and doubts are now unveiled, which is liberating. In the card's forefront, we observe three naked women who could be identified as the three Graces or Charities, daughters of Zeus, Aglaia, whose names mean the Shining One. It is a goddess of beauty, splendor, glory, and magnificence. She is also the older one of the Graces, the joyous one. She is a goddess of good cheer, joy, and mirth. She fills the world with pleasant moments and goodwill. Talia, the blooming, is a deity of festivities, blooming like the flowers in my meditation. Whoa. These divinities, wait a second. The blooming is a deity of festivities and abundance, as well as sumptuous banquets. These divinities are generally presented together in mythological art related to festive celebrations and moments of great happiness. As we can see in Botticelli's Primavera, the young naked child that resembles Eros or Amor represents the absolute purity and connection with our inner spirit. Eros was a primordial force, according to Hesiod, an energy so strong that matches a divine will, a fundamental creative impulse, or even a fire that animates the living, inviting the opposite forces to reconcile and allowing them to flourish together. Similarly, the white horse in the background means strength and virtue. In Greek mythology, this horse is related to Pegasus, the white-winged horse that helped Bellerophon defeat the monstrous Chimera, a symbol of our worries and deepest fears. Yes, it's like this, you working through these suppressed emotions it's going to be like total illumination. It's going to bring you so much joy, and all the struggle and pain and darkness that you've gone through is going to pay off big time. Look at this solar eclipse, focus, and the sun. I can't believe this. The young crowned woman that caresses the horse is Persephone, the virgin deity in the Greek pantheon. She represents spring and the vegetal luxuriance as a gift after the dark period of winter, bringing the most positive attributes of the sun with her. The garden of sunflowers commonly signifies good fortune and vitality in ancient China, or harvest and reward for the Native Americans. The fields of sunflowers guides us to a statue of the Ephesian Artemis, the great mother goddess, as a symbol of fertility and childbirth. The color yellow filling the atmosphere manifests the power of the sun and an unequivocal symbol of vitality and happiness. Aries. I mean, it's quite clear that you have some big things to look forward to in your future, but for the time being, you have some deep-seated emotions that you're going to need to work through. And I think might be some time until you get to this point. But remember, it's the journey that matters, not the destination. Don't skip over anything or try to rush through these feelings. Otherwise, you might have to go back and repeat the grade, right? You might have to go back and repeat the lesson. You don't want to miss anything, so don't skip over or try to rush through any of this. All right, Spirit, is there anything else you can tell me about the sun, focus, and solar eclipse for the Aries collective, please? What else? Can I get one more card? Can I get one more card, please? What is going to bring them this sun? What is going to bring the Aries this sun? We got the Ten of Swords in reverse. The Ten of Swords is ultimate pain. Complete devastation. But it came out in the reverse, Aries. That's releasing those energies, releasing those feelings, releasing that pain. I asked Spirit, what's going to get Aries to the sun? We get the Ten of Swords in the reverse. You're going to have to, when this Chiron goes into retrograde, like gear up for this, get prepared. But when Chiron goes retrograde, it's going to be a time for you to really dig deep and find all those places within your subconscious during your life where you felt this pain of abandonment and betrayal, hurt, the feeling of being let down or lied to, all this pain. And it could be pain that's accumulated not just in this human incarnation, but incarnations past, that is now culminating to this point in time for you, Aries. It might be really beneficial for you to maybe start a journal. And anytime those feelings or memories pop up in your mind, you know, just write them down. Write them down in a journal. Focus on them. Because working through them is going to get you to this supercharged new beginning. The solar eclipse and sun. Holy cow. And then next we've got Pluto, the card of death, transformation, and rebirth, paired with the divine masculine. This to me feels like a rebirth around your assertiveness in life. You may have been submissive to certain people, places, or things in your life. And I feel like Spirit is telling you to find more balance within your divine masculine and feminine. You know, the pendulum might swing a bit for you as you try to find this balance between your divine masculine and feminine. But it's very important to be more assertive using this divine masculine energy in your life. A stoic assertion. It's easier said than done. I don't have this down, but I'm just translating the messages from Spirit for you. This is definitely what I'm getting. Okay, Spirit, what else can you tell me about the Pluto card? Okay, and divine masculine card. The Five of Wands. This card is so persistent in my readings lately. It just keeps coming out over and over and over again. I think over the last, the new moon in Cancer, it came out like 3 times in there. It came out in Capricorn, it came out in Pisces, it came out in Aquarius. I'm pretty sure this card just keeps coming out. And it's the Five of Wands. But it's in reverse. Did this come out in your last reading? Aries, did it come out in the new moon in Cancer reading for you? An internal struggle. I can't remember. But this is, yes, an internal struggle, which is showing me that absolutely you struggle with your assertion, your divine masculine energy. Yes, you struggle with this and Spirit wants you to work on it. Can I get one more card? Why is Pluto and the divine masculine here with the Five of Wands in reverse? How can they work through this, Spirit? How can they get better at this? Oh, the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I asked Spirit, how can Aries get better with their assertive masculine energy? Because there's an internal struggle with this. And Spirit is encouraging you to find transformation around it. And we get another 5 too, by the way. We got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like Spirit is saying here to be, more stoic. I don't want to say cold. I often read reversals as an inwardly focused energy, and the Five of Pentacles in the upright is a spiritual poverty, right? It's being left out in the cold. It's spiritual or financial poverty. But in the reverse, I'm seeing it as an internal coldness. And oh, I just got an image of stone, a slab of stone. Maybe this is something you can meditate on when you feel those deep emotions come up within you, when you're feeling triggered or challenged by a circumstance or experience where you need to use your assertion. Maybe visualizing a cold slab of stone will help when your emotions feel really high. That's kind of what I'm getting here with the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. An inward coldness, an inward stoicism. Become like stone. Become like stone. Stone cold. That's what I'm getting here. Stone cold. I find it really interesting that we got 2 5s here, Aries, both in the reverse. Now, the 5 in numerology represents a turning point. It's the smack dab middle of the single digit numbers in numerology. It's a complete turning point in your life. And this, once you can get this down, this stoicism, this masculine stoicism energy, it's gonna take you in a whole new direction. Not only in like your immediate interactions, but like as far as attracting and manifesting more of what you want into your life. It's gonna be really important. It's gonna be, people are, you know, when you give off the energy of an emperor, Aries, you become an emperor. You are what you think, right? You are what you think. And Spirit is encouraging you to become this stoic emperor. Beautiful. All right, Spirit, let's get a card out of the Pluto deck, please. Of course, because we've got Pluto here. How could we not? All right, Spirit, can you tell us what kind of shadows do the Aries need to work through in order to get to this point where they are stoic, like an emperor in their life? What kind of shadows do they need to work through? What kind of emotions do they need to work through in order to get to this point, please, Spirit? Let's get 2 more shuffles. That's 1. And 2. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have for the Aries collective that this story belongs to? The crab. Whoa. Aries, the crab. That's Cancer. That's Cancer's symbol. And the crab is a water animal. And Cancer symbolizes the emotional realm, the emotional basis for fulfillment. Okay, so here we go. More stuff about emotions. Yeah, you definitely are being called to work through these. All right, let's see what the book says about crab. Number 5, crab. Crab, meaning self-protection, boundaries, teaching others how to treat you. That's divine masculine energy. That is stoicism. That's what an emperor does. Holy shit. The crab is the master of self-protection, never leaving behind its home of armor and perpetually armed with sharp, bone-crushing claws. Although normally a docile creature, the crab stays ready to defend itself if necessary. It also stays ready to retreat if necessary. If you've pulled the crab in your reading, there is a situation at hand that calls for you to embrace this wisdom. Boundaries are hard, and as we move through life, our boundaries shift, grow, and transform along with us. Knowing when it's time to stay and fight versus when it's the best time to move on or take a step back is a delicate art. But you must master it now. Remember that we ultimately teach others how to treat us through our boundaries. Do you have them? This card is a call to assert them, maybe openly or maybe through silent withdrawal. Yes, silent withdrawal. That is 5 of Pentacles in reverse energy. Stone cold. Go stone cold, Aries. Go stone cold. Silent withdrawal. Whatever feels the safest and most empowering option is the answer now. Stay open to the possibility of that answer changing throughout the situation too. Honor your own boundaries and honor your own needs. Further reflection. If having boundaries or saying no is difficult to you, it's time to ask yourself, why? Remember I told you at the end of my meditation, I saw the letter Y as a wallpaper? Why? That just popped into my head. If having boundaries or saying no is difficult for you, it's time to ask yourself why. If the answer lies in the discomfort it creates for others, consider that the way a person responds to your boundaries tells you everything you need to know about them. Somebody who truly respects you will also respect your boundaries without question. Aries. I think the message is quite clear at this point. Spirit wants you to become more assertive, draw your lines in the sand, and teach people how to treat you. Spirit wants you to go inside and find all those hurt places within you, those memories, that pain you've experienced being treated poorly by other people. Spirit wants you to go through those dark crevices within you and work through your emotions. Focus on them. This is going to bring you to a supercharged new beginning, both spiritually, physically, and mentally. Wow. Okay, let's get one final card here for the Aries collective that this story belongs to. I just split the deck and we've got the key there. That came out in your new moon in Cancer reading. We got the talisman. We got the talisman in that reading. Yes, going new places, deep subconscious, going new places subconsciously, going new places. Really digging deep in the dark crevices of your mind. You know, we hold on to emotions as well in our body. So if you're having pains, like headaches or aches and pains in your body, that could be a reflection of what's going on emotionally or spiritually. Don't dismiss them as just, oh, I'm getting old, or oh this or oh that, or, you know, don't automatically dismiss them. All right, Spirit, can we get one final card for the Aries collective that this story belongs to, please? Can we get one final card? Let's get 2 more shuffles. That's 1. That's 2. All right, Spirit, can we get one final message for the Aries collective that this story belongs to, please? One more card. What do we got for Aries? What else for Aries, Spirit? What else do we have to tell them out of this deck? What else? Anything else out of this deck? Thank you. Whoa. Whoa. Bouquet. Bouquet. Flowers, Aries. And we've got, remember when I was reading the sun to you? It was talking about a beautiful bouquet of flowers and all the sunflowers in a field in this card. You know, we often give people a bouquet of flowers after an achievement, right? Or a holiday or a gratitude. People will give people the bouquet of flowers. And I feel like you have a celebration coming in, especially with the sun here. If you can work through these emotions, this challenge that Spirit has given you, you have a big celebration coming. But I also think that with the bouquet here, Spirit is just reiterating that you should be using those flowers in your daily life. You know, lavender and chamomile, drink lavender chamomile tea. It'll help you soothe your nerves. It'll help calm you down, especially when you're feeling those really intense emotions. It'll help calm and soothe you. The mugwort will help you dream. And dreaming is another great way to work through the deep subconscious. And then the last, what was the last flower I got? Ylang ylang. Oh my gosh. Get some ylang ylang. The aroma of ylang ylang is so soothing and peaceful. Yes, Spirit wants you to get some chamomile, some lavender, some mugwort, and some ylang ylang, and incorporate them into your daily ritual. All right, Aries, it's been an absolute pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for joining me on this reading today, and I cannot wait to see you again in the next reading. Namaste.